Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims info / thoughts video. So if you've been waiting patiently like this sugar glider here for the next quarterly teaser, unfortunately I'm gonna have to disappoint you because EA Mage, in response to a thread on the official forums about the next quarterly teaser, said that there will not be one for the next quarter, but to stay tuned as they have some exciting news to share with us soon. The good news is that they're working on some great stuff. Well, there's my giant buzzkill for the week. And yeah, it's kind of interesting that Mage doesn't outright confirm that quarterly teasers are not happening anymore, period, just for the next quarters. So, I don't know. Like, the reason we even got the quarterly teasers in the first place was because of Simgrew Drake, and now she has left EA, so I don't know for sure if they have left with her, or if there's just something weird going on with this next quarter. But I really hope the quarterly teasers don't go away altogether, because they really helped fill in the gaps between the full announcements for packs, because yeah, like, there have been really boring news droughts in the past, but at least with these teasers we'd have an idea as to what's coming over the next few months. And they were also good because then it was a good way to keep our expectations in check too, and not be like expecting huge surprises just to get nothing at all. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss getting a quarterly teaser for the next quarter, and this is probably the worst time to not do one, because especially after the backlash of my first pet stuff, I think a lot of people, including myself, are really concerned about where The Sims 4 is going. And even though EA Mage said that we're going to be getting some exciting news soon, well, we probably all know from past experience that soon can actually mean months, so doesn't necessarily mean actual soon. Plus, my first pet stuff was not in the last quarterly teaser because it was different, which was basically like a DLC for a DLC, so I really hope that doesn't mean the next quarter will have another one of those types of packs. Another possible reason as to why there's no quarterly teaser could be that the next expansion pack is already releasing, and I don't think that's going to happen. It seems a little too early, even though I think the expansion pack for this year will come out earlier than what we're used to seeing. I don't think we're already going to have it by June. That seems a little too soon. Even factoring EA Play into it, it just, I don't know. I think that would be getting my hopes up way too high. However, it does match up with how just before an expansion releases, they tend to slow the releases to a crawl, or even completely. But on the other hand, I don't think EA would allow Maxis to go a whole quarter without releasing any sort of paid DLC at all. Usually we get at least one stuff pack, even if it releases like in the first month and then the rest of the quarter is empty. If the next expansion pack already did release sometime between April and June, then I'm less inclined to think that it would be seasons, because then the expansion pack would very likely have taken a lot less time to make than usual, and therefore is probably something that's less effort, like University, or hopefully not, but maybe even some sort of sequel to Get Together, like as in a pack that none of us asked for. And what about the holidays? Because game companies love releasing their games around the holidays, and if they already release an expansion pack in the first half of the year, then, well, they probably have nothing, unless they actually did start doing 2 expansion packs a year again, but now it just doesn't feel as likely anymore. It seems like releasing 2 game packs a year are what's supposed to fill the gap of what used to be an expansion pack release earlier in the year. Plus, there is the holidays. Companies love pushing out their big releases during the holiday season, and if the biggest Sims release of the year is already put out in the first half of the year, then Maxis has got nothing for that time, and I don't think the game packs quite cut it for that either. Launch week sales matter a lot to game companies, so the idea of sales picking up almost half a year later doesn't work too well in a business sense. Maybe they'll somehow manage to assemble a second expansion pack team like they did later on in The Sims 3's life cycle, but I figured they would have already done that instead of putting together another team to make Sims Mobile, so I don't think that's likely. Or at least if University did come out first, then that crosses another major request off the list, meaning that there'll be an even higher chance of Seasons being the next expansion pack after it. Although I'd rather see University as a game pack anyways, I already talked about that in a video the other day. But let's take a look at a different angle, because what if this exciting news that EA Mage is talking about is nothing to do with DLC? What if it's about a major game update that's coming soon? I've been speculating that that might not be too far off either, so it would be interesting if that was something to help tide us over until EA Play. If it's not something that is being revealed at EA Play, that is. There's one other small piece of news I want to talk about before ending this video. So Millie Bobby Brown, who you may know from Stranger Things, has collaborated with EA to have a sim version of herself on the gallery. I'll leave a link to go download her in the video description below. And what do I think of this? Well, I'm gonna say this right now. Probably the only person who does not care about Stranger Things and has not seen it, so yeah, I can already feel the dislike bar going up massively, but yeah, I don't know. I've just never felt like checking it out, and honestly, I don't really care much about it. I'm already so invested in all of the DC superhero shows, besides Gotham. I mean the CW ones, but yeah, I feel like I already spend enough time watching TV shows, and it's just like, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. Yes, I would vanish into a building and not come out of it for a while, because yeah, it's apparently very addictive. And that wraps up another Sims info/thoughts video. So let me know in the comment section below what you think of the idea of there not being a quarterly teaser for the next quarter, and if you're going to be downloading Millie Bobby Brown from the gallery. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!